Yeah, it's your boy, Tone DeShields II, and you guys are locked in on another dose of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know the energy. Y'all know the vibes. But I got to share something real quick, something that was on my mind, something that came to me right before we went live. And y'all know I always try to keep it real with y'all. I always try to give y'all my raw thoughts as they come in. And something really hit me before this live stream really kicked off, right? It hit me during the countdown. You know, I love that instrumental. I love that beat that I chose. It's something about it that just gets me going. It's something about it that just charges me up, right? And we're going to get to your live chats. We're definitely going to we're definitely going to do some shout outs. Don't get it twisted. We're going to do all of that, right? We're going to do our customary shout outs. Y'all know how we give it up here at Chalk It Up Sports. But I got to say this. This came to me in the midst of the countdown. If you want to be the best, you got to move like it. If you want people to take you seriously, you got to give them a reason to be serious. You want people to tap in. You want people to lock into your content. You want people to look at you as one of the GOATs doing this. And look, I have so much more path to pave. I have so much more to do. I have so much more to accomplish. I mean, I'm just exercising some foresight here while also being in the moment. I don't know if that's possible, but I need you guys to follow me here. If you want to be the best at what you do, if you want to be considered with some of the greats, some of the best at what you do, what you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? So much time, so much sweat equity, sleepless nights. What are you willing to give up to get to the goal? What are you willing to give up to get to the ultimate mission, to accomplish the objective? Protect the hard point. Go capture the flag. This is kill or be killed. This is a dog-eat-dog world. You want people to take you serious at what you do? Then you better give them a reason to. You better lock in. I don't know. I know I'm coming out the gate. I know I'm coming out the gate a little strong. I know this may be a little abrasive. I get it. But just follow me here. You want people to take your craft serious? Well, you better take your craft serious. You're going to have people that doubt you along the way, though. You're going to have people that lost faith. You're going to have people that tried to hop on the bandwagon, but it's going to be too little too late. But I'm glad y'all here because you guys are on the right side of history. And the fact of the matter is, regardless of what they say, regardless of what they think, keep your head down, put one foot in front of the other, regardless of the obstacle. And we're going to keep getting this money, y'all. We're going to keep grinding. We're going to keep putting in that sweat equity. You follow me? So look, enough of the politicking, enough of the jargon. I appreciate y'all. James Jones, what's good? Fitness Warrior, Austin, Little G Griffith, 4133, the podcast, Tony, Eagle Slayer, Bo 1990, what's good? My YouTube family, my Twitter /X family. Shout out to y'all for being here as always. This is a very interesting time in football. It's a little bit of a quiet period, just a little bit. The owners' meetings are wrapping up, and we heard a lot from the owner. We heard things from the head coach. We heard things from all across the zeitgeist, all across the NFL landscape, good and bad, interesting and not so interesting, right? We've been talking a lot about the Haason Reddick situation, about him getting his money potentially from somewhere else, or even if the Philadelphia Eagles bring him back. We've tapped in with that. We've talked about Jeffrey Lurie, Nick Sirianni as a coach. We talked about Jalen Hurts. And the thing is, we touch on this topic that I'm going to cover ever so slightly, but we never really get too deep into the nitty-gritty of it. We never really get too deep into why the conversation we're about to have is so important. You know, normally when we have it, it's surface level. And that conversation is regarding none other than Smitty himself, the Slim Reaper, Skinny Batman. So let's really talk about it. But before we do, y'all know what's up. Please, if it's not too much trouble, smash that like button. Please. It means a lot to me. The like button is currency. The like button is fuel. The like button is gas. The like button is kerosene. Keep fanning that flame. We need y'all here at Chalk It Up Sports. The like button is nothing without y'all. Keep fanning that flame. The like button completely charges the channel up. YouTube has been pushing the show harder and harder each and every day. I'm looking at some of the analytics saying a lot of you guys are finding the show via the YouTube homepage, you know, the suggested category. Maybe you guys are already subscribed and it's at the top of your subscriptions. It's popping up in people's what to watch next or most relevant videos or most relevant content. The content is moving forward. I literally see the analytics, and YouTube is starting to catch the wave. YouTube is feeling it. And I know y'all feeling it too. So please smash that like button. The like button does wonders for the channel, does wonders for you guys, does wonders for me. Next, I need you guys to subscribe to the show if you're new, especially if you're new. And if you've been here on the Twitter side, X side, or the YouTube side, make sure you guys stay subscribed. Make sure you guys are still following me on Twitter as well. We need you guys here. I am nothing without the people. I mean, I would still be talking. I'd probably be talking to hot air. I'd probably be blowing hot air or talking to a wall, but the content flows, the content moves with you guys. You feel me? So make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the show, and also make sure you guys hit that notification bell and hit that retweet button as well on Twitter/X. The notification bell really helps you guys. It reminds you guys when I go live. It lets you guys know no matter what time of day when the content goes up, you guys always show out. So make sure you guys lock in. I know it's 8:31 on the East Coast, 7:31 if you're rocking in Central Time like me, 6:31 in the mountains, and 5:31 if you're on the West Coast. And if you're in Hawaii, man, I know it's earlier than that. What is it? What is it? What time is it in Hawaii? 4:31? You know what I'm saying? Or 3:31? Y'all tell me. But the fact of the matter is, DeVonta Smith, that brother can ball. That brother been a baller since day one. That brother been committed to his craft from day one. That brother has been a consummate professional from day one. Y'all know what time it is. And y'all been locked in from day one. Again, shout out to my man Trey 979, my brother, Lamar Cotton Sr. Stay locking in. I appreciate him. That's family right there. I eat, he eat. You feel me? That's my brother right there. He come over my crib for a plate, he leaving with two. You feel what I'm saying? That's family right there. Shout out to my man Solomon Lord, always gassing everybody up. Shout out to my man Solomon Lord, always gassing everybody up. What's good, God? Candy McDaniel, welcome to the show. Always appreciate you. JDM Life, you know what's up. Austin, you know what's up. What's good? So yeah, DeVonta Smith has been a baller from day one. Now, all things considered, when you think about, and shout out to my man Cody. Thank you so much, Cody, for being here. Do your thing, man. Take care of wifey. And trust me, she going to take care of you. But DeVonta Smith has been a baller from day one. He came into the league and has done nothing but been a professional. Came into the league, has done nothing but put up solid numbers, legitimate numbers at that. You know, the rookie year. Let's kind of go through his arc, right? Let's go through it a little bit. DeVonta Smith in Alabama was a tremendous player, but things didn't really start out too fast for him, right? Things kind of it was kind of a slow build for DeVonta in college, was it not? It was a slow grind. Let's just look it up real quick. It was a slow grind for DeVonta at Alabama. Let's just look at the numbers. DeVonta Smith at Alabama, as a true freshman, played in only 10 games, only had 8 catches, 160 yards, 3 touchdowns though, but wasn't really a key cog of the offense. Granted, you know, Alabama stay loaded. We know how that goes. Alabama is a loaded program. So you got to fight for your spot on the grass. 2018, okay, he gets some more grass time. Plays in 13 games in his sophomore year. 42 catches, 693 yards, 6 touchdowns. You know, that's a big jump from freshman year to sophomore year. Big jump. But then junior year and senior year is when he really took off and when he really let the people know that I'm on the map. 2019, junior year, 13 games played, 68 catches, over 1,200 receiving yards, averaged just over 18 yards a catch, 14 touchdowns. Super productive season. Hell of a season. And then you go to the Heisman year, the senior year. 13 games played, 117 catches, 1856 in the air, averaged just under 16 yards of reception, 23 touchdowns. I'm sorry, 24 touchdowns to be exact if you count the rushing touchdown. If you count it, might as well. 24 touchdowns. Nearly 1,900 yards from scrimmage. Left Alabama with the Heisman. Left Alabama with the bachelor's degree. Made his way to Philly and did his thing. Smitty was one of them ones early, and we knew that. And we said to ourselves, look, if you don't land on nobody, you got to get DeVonta. If you can't get them corners, you got to get DeVonta. If you can't get so-and-so, DeVonta, you got to. If he's there, you got to take him. And we were uncertain, but at the same time, we felt like that was the move, especially when they traded with the Cowboys. The Cowboys took Micah. Remember, Denver took Patrick Surtain. The Panthers took J.C. Horn. The Eagles and the Cowboys were targeting those particular players specifically. Both of those players came off the board. So the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cowboys had a meeting of minds and said, listen, the guy you wanted is gone, the guy we wanted is gone. This is what we can do. Let's swap. You get your guy, we get our guy. Call it a day. We not stepping on each other's toes. Neither of the guys we want play the same position. Let's do it. Let's make the deal. And let's shit on New York and make them sad. Okay, say less. Click. Hung the phone up. Excuse me. Can I speak to Mr. Smith? Yes, the Mr. Smith. Is he available? Yes, this is the Philadelphia Eagles. We would love to have you here. What about it? How you feeling? That work for you? Okay. We're taking you at 10. Be ready. Click. All of a sudden, the TV lights up. And with the 10th overall pick, the Philadelphia Eagles select DeVonta Smith, wide receiver from Alabama, former Heisman winner or reigning Heisman winner. The city goes crazy. The city goes mad. Y'all was there. Y'all knew the energy. Y'all knew what type of time it was, especially coming off of the Jalen Reagor year. Especially coming off of a wasted draft pick when you had Justin Jefferson right in front of you. But nonetheless, DeVonta Smith becomes a Philadelphia Eagle and makes an impact on day one. Completely puts the spark plugs in Jalen Hurts' development. Completely charges up the offense. Adds legitimacy to the wide receiver room for the first time in years. Sure, we had the Alshon Jeffrey window. We had the Deshaun Jackson window. But to bring legitimacy, one of the most complete receivers that the Philadelphia Eagles have ever had, one of the most talented. Oh yeah, DeVonta was one of them ones. But remember, it wasn't that simple. Y'all remember what they said about that man back then? He too small. Can he last in the league? Will he be able to hold up? Can he take the pounding? Y'all remember that? I know I do. Can DeVonta take what the league is going to give him when those safeties are coming downhill, when those corners are pressing him at the line? Will he be able to get off the line? Will he be able to maintain his route? As a matter of fact, real quick, I need to find out what the draft profile was. I need to know. Because sometimes you gotta pour the receipts out on them. Sometimes you gotta pour the receipts out. You have to. We kind of did this yesterday. And look, the arc continues. Bear with me, you guys. We're trying to carve a storyline out here. Just follow me. DeVonta Smith via NFL Draft Buzz. Let's just go through the scouting report. Let's just go through it. 6 feet, 170 pounds, ran a 4.48 from Amite, Louisiana, went to Alabama. Let's just read the scouting report. ESPN gave him 4 stars out of 5 with an 81 out of 100 rating. 24/7 gave him a 5-star, 98 out of 100. They knew what was up. And Rivals gave him a 4-star as well. But let's read his scouting report. Let's read what they labeled as the weaknesses. We don't forget. Come on. Don't hide them now. Don't hide them now. Please don't hide them now. Where are they? Okay, let's just read this. Let's just read what they wrote about him, okay? Let's read the bio. This is what they said about him back then. The Heisman Trophy winning wideout capped an amazing season with 3 first-half touchdowns in Alabama's title win over Ohio State. He finished 2020 with 1,856 receiving yards and 25 total touchdowns. He was the Crimson Tide's best wide receiver in 2019, topping first-round picks Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs III. He just produces. He's a tremendous route runner, and he has great hands. He's likely going to be a potential Pro Bowler in the NFL and top 10 pick. Okay, they was right about that. Not the biggest receiver or the most physical. He nevertheless has good hands and is able to make difficult catches under pressure. An amazing route runner. He can create separation from backs even if he isn't necessarily going to be able to run away from them. That's very true. With 4.48 speed. Is not going to knock people on their backs and is limited as a blocker due to his slight frame at 175. I think they underestimated his blocking ability. I'm going to call that out right now. I haven't seen DeVonta Smith miss a block yet. Somebody call me on the carpet here. Somebody tell me otherwise. DeVonta Smith, it may be a little ugly, but man, He gonna make sure he get you just enough, he gonna block just long enough to get you some time. He gonna block just long enough to get you past that man. I can't remember the last time I seen DeVonta Smith call for a hold. And they said not going to be able to block due to the slight frame. Let's continue. Off the line, Smith has nice explosiveness, and he's also able to confuse defenders with footwork. That's very true. He has the ability to employ quick head and shoulder fakes, and his jittery style forces corners to have to keep a big cushion. Smith's savvy as a route runner is what generates most of his separation, and at the catch point, he caps off the process with nice body control and rock-solid hands. That's very, very true. I feel like he actually became a better receiver at the catch point in year 2, took it to another level. We saw some of that in year 1, especially in that Denver game where he really had to break out the 2-touchdown game on his birthday. That was the breakout game for him. But I think his ability to take the ball at the catch point really took off in year 2. But I digress. The only downside to Smith's potential is his physicality or lack thereof. He will immediately be one of the smallest receivers in the NFL. Thin recent history, only 2 receivers over 6 feet and under 180 pounds have been drafted. Snoop Minus, 3rd round of 2011, and Paul Richardson Jr., 2nd round of 2014. But neither of those guys had the technical ability of Smith. So basically what I get from these guys at that time was the fact is DeVonta has all the tools, has everything you want at the position, but he's just so damn skinny. Can he hold up? Will he be able to impact in the blocking game? Will he be able to outmuscle corners when necessary, especially at the catch point, when the DBs are bigger, they're better, they're more technically sound? Can his route running ability help him on the next level? Well, I don't know. Y'all tell me. Because when I look at DeVonta Smith's production in the NFL, when I look at the numbers and what he's been able to do in the pros, I mean, again, y'all tell me. What I see here, I see in year 1, 17 games played, 916 total snaps, played over 80% of the defensive snaps, 104 targets, 64 receptions, 916 yards receiving, averaged just over 14 yards a catch, 5 receiving touchdowns, only 3 drops. A calm year. Remember, let's add some context to this rookie year. Jalen Hurts, new to the starting position, new head coach Nick Sirianni, new OC and Shane Steichen, new cast pretty much entirely. Coming off of the 4-win season, the offense is still trying to find their identity. He put up these numbers in the offense that didn't even pass the ball that much. As a matter of fact, let's add some more context. How many passing attempts did Jalen Hurts have in 2021? I need to know. In 2021, Jalen Hurts only had 432 pass attempts through 15 games. 432 pass attempts. How many attempts is that in a 15-game span? But remember, DeVonta played 17. But nonetheless, Jalen Hurts, or 17 games, excuse me. So 432 attempts. Jalen Hurts was only averaging 28 attempts per game, almost 29 attempts per game in 2021, right? But if we go deeper with the context here, because again, DeVonta Smith played every game, played 17 games. Hurts only played 15. So let's go by the total pass attempts for that season. Let's just do it again. Context matters. In 2021, as a team, the Philadelphia Eagles had 494 pass attempts divided by 17 games. The Philadelphia Eagles, again, averaged 29 pass attempts per game. They were a run-heavy offense, and he put up those numbers. in my humble opinion, not bad in 2021. Then 2022, things break out. Things break out. The passing game comes together. Jalen Hurts has a career year. He goes crazy. DeVonta Smith breaks out. 17 games played over 1,000 snaps. I repeat, DeVonta Smith played over 1,000 snaps. DeVonta Smith did not miss a snap in 2022. 136 targets, 95 catches, almost 1,200 receiving yards, averaged almost 13 yards a catch, 7 receiving touchdowns. What? The Slim Reaper has arrived. But then we take it a step further in 2023. 16 games played. He did miss the final game of the season because of I think an ankle or elbow, something like that. You know, precautionary. The playoffs were about to start. I'm not mad at it. But in 2023, 16 games played, over 1,000 snaps, played 100% of the snaps that was available to him. Did not miss a snap that was available to him. 112 targets, 81 receptions, over 1,000 yards, almost 1,100 yards. Back-to-back seasons, over 1,000 yards. Average 13 yards a catch, 7 receiving touchdowns. Consistency over his 3-year career. Only missed one game. And it was for precautionary reasons. He could have played. And if you guys are just jumping in on the live stream, please don't be intimidated. If you guys are just jumping in, we are discussing the DeVonta Smith arc, his story arc, his career arc. That's what we're discussing here. We're discussing the fact that DeVonta Smith has really been the guy and should be the guy going forward. We didn't even get to the money part. We ironed out the college journey. We ironed out draft day. We ironed out the doubters about his sleight of build. We ironed that out. And now we're talking about the career as a Philadelphia Eagle and how he did what he did in a run-heavy offense in 2021. And then he came out in 2022 and broke out. And then 2023 maintained consistency when everything started to collapse on the back end. Again, I say this, DeVonta Smith only missed one game in his career, and it was for precautionary reasons. 352 targets, over 3,000. Hold on, let's run this back. 50 games played, only missed one game in his career. Over 3,000 offensive snaps played, averaging over 90% of the offensive snaps played. Back-to-back seasons playing 100% of the snaps. 352 targets. 240 receptions, almost 3,200 yards in 3 seasons in the NFL, averaging 13 yards of reception, 19 TDs. Come on, that's a man we're talking about. And he's doing this as the number 2. He's doing this as the number 2. So all I'm saying is DeVonta Smith is that guy. He's entering year 4. The contract discussions are beginning to take shape. He's 25 years old. And the dude is the consummate professional. Shout out to the people. We got Jason A-Team in the building. Steve Ike. Thank you. D. Aldrich, Ewing 609. Thank you so much for locking in. Shane Hilton, my guy. Nick N, what's good? Michael Kerwin, what's good? You're right, Michael. You're right. DeVonta wants to be great. He wants to be known as one of the best. He's that humble beast, that humble demon. You feel me? That guy that he don't say much, but the play gonna do the talking. Ultra deceptive with the speed, ultra deceptive with his body movements. We got 58 people live on X/Twitter. We got 40 people live on YouTube. Thank y'all so much for locking in. Hit that like button. It really means a lot to me. It's currency here. You guys make that investment, I'll pay it back tenfold with my energy and my passion. But DeVonta Smith is averaging 1,000 yards a season as the number 2 for the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, I'm just saying, that boy be eating his Wheaties. Hasn't missed a game but one. The Philadelphia Eagles better not play with that man. They better not play with that man. I understand you want to play around with Haason Reddick, okay, but you better not play with Smitty. I'm telling you that right now. He one of them ones, and I'm not going to be for it. DeVonta Smith, as of right now, let's check out the market value. Let's check out what Spot Rack is saying. Let's find out. According to Spot Rack, DeVonta Smith has a calculated market value of $22.8 million a year. $22.8 million a year at 4 years. And I think that contract could be spot on. I think that's spot on. I think he may sneak and get 23, 24. But that's a pretty good number. 4 years, $91.1 million, average salary of $22.8 million. I like that. I like that. Again, in the number 2 role, DeVonta has been nothing but legitimate. And I apologize if you guys are experiencing any connectivity issues. Wi-Fi always has a mind of its own. Thank you guys for bearing with me. Thank you guys for rolling. You guys are locked in on Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. And if I'm gauging this situation correctly, if you guys are just hopping in, we're talking about DeVonta Smith, his impact on the Philadelphia Eagles, his career arc, the development from year 1 to year 4. Shout out to Aaron Moorhead as well. Shout out to Aaron Moorhead. He's been getting the best out of them boys. He's been getting the best out of DeVonta Smith. He's been getting the best out of A.J. Brown. Quez Watkins, Pittsburgh, good luck. Good luck. I mean, Pittsburgh does do a good job at drafting receivers and developing them, but I don't know. They're gonna have to dig deep for Quez. But I digress. DeVonta Smith is Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Eagles drafted him top 10. They're not letting him walk out the door. They're not. They're not letting him walk out the door. I'm telling you that right now. That's not in Howie Roseman's DNA. When he drafts a guy and he hits, he pays them. That's in his nature because he loves to validate his decision making. Howie Roseman, although very, very, very good at his job, he's a little ego driven. But Howie Roseman is going to pay DeVonta Smith. It's just a matter of when and how much. Trust me. Trust me on that. The OG S Blunt, he says we all Eagles family, right? With the $9.99 super chat. Yeah, we definitely is family, man. You already know. He said we all Eagles family, right? Well, let's have an authentic conversation. Why keep Smith over AJ? Long term, same age roughly, but AJ is the true number 1. Is it only because we drafted Smith? No, not only because we drafted Smith. When I look at DeVonta Smith's game purely, the eye test, that man is a technician. That man is a pure technician. That man's game is timeless. Timeless. The consummate professional. We've seen it. This conversation not even about AJ yet, but I feel you as Blunt. At some point, they might have to make a decision. We don't know for sure. We don't know what the situation is. Ultimately, we don't. But I look at it like this. S Blunt, I'm sorry. DeVonta Smith, I'm keeping him. I'm invested in that player. I invested a top 10 pick in that player. Top to bottom, the talent is undeniable. Undeniable. We saw DeVonta Smith in the number one role one time. And it was Jalen Hurts' first year starting. The passing game wasn't yet developed. New head coach. Who's to say he wouldn't have came out and had the kind of year A.J. Brown had? We can't definitively say he wouldn't have. He put up over 1,000 yards as the number 2 on less opportunities. So if we're doing the math, you give him more opportunities, he getting more production. That's my mindset, at least. That's just how I'm calculating it. I'm not denying what AJ brought. AJ is a machine. Just the physicality, the roughneck attitude he has. AJ Brown is legitimate. Don't get me wrong. This is not about me dogging AJ and trying to big up DeVonta. Trust me, this ain't that. This ain't that. But all I'm saying is, look, DeVonta Smith, you don't find those kind of guys anywhere that gives you everything he gives you and doesn't rock the boat. At the receiver position, you don't get what he gives you and that mentality all in one. And still, in my humble opinion, has room to crack the ceiling, if not more. Has room to crack the ceiling, if not more. Howie Roseman is not letting him walk out the door. I promise you that. I promise you that. I firmly believe Howie already know he gonna pay him. Shout out to my man S. Blunt with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, my man. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. But again, the situation DeVonta Smith is in is his contract, his rookie contract, 4 years, $20.1 million, fully guaranteed. They're going to pick up the 5th-year option. Sorry about that. They're going to pick up the 5th-year option for DeVonta Smith. That's going to provide them with some flexibility. I think what happens is they pick up the 5th-year option. Once they pick it up, they restructure and extend, lowering the cap hit. As of right now, DeVonta Smith has a $15.59 million cap hit. I promise you, Howie Roseman is going to bring that down. He's going to bring that down. $15.59 million cap hit. That's coming down. Pick up the 5th-year option, restructure, extend. That's my mindset at the very least. We got over 100 people in the live stream. Thank y'all so much. 66 on X, 47 on YouTube. Thank y'all. Please make sure you hit that like button. Really appreciate y'all. But I think DeVonta Smith definitely gets, at minimum, $23 million. At minimum, $23 million. But again, you look at guys like Calvin Ridley, got that bag. Michael Pittman got that bag. Michael Pittman not better than DeVonta Smith? He's not. Calvin Ridley, right now, today, maybe debatable, but I take DeVonta Smith. Younger. Just saying. I'll roll with DeVonta Smith over Calvin Ridley. So Calvin Ridley got $91 million, making $23 million a year. Michael Pittman making $23 million a year. DeVonta getting that. He's getting that. But I think Howie Roseman already had the conversation with DeVonta's agent. That's why we ain't heard nothing, we ain't seen nothing. There's been no rumblings about DeVonta Smith, good or bad. And I think it's because there's an understanding there. I think Howie Roseman DeVonta Smith's agent at Clutch Sports has already had the conversation with Howie. And I think they already know what they plan on doing. It's just a matter of making sure it works out. One thing I will say, the Philadelphia Eagles have a great relationship with Clutch Sports. Do they not? Do they not have a great relationship? Howie Roseman, does he not have a solid working relationship with Clutch Sports? Now, DeVonta isn't represented by Nicole Lynn of Clutch Sports, but he is represented by Kelton Crenshaw of Clutch Sports. So all I'm trying to say is Clutch Sports knows how to get the deal done without rocking the boat. Clutch Sports and Howie Roseman, they know how to iron out that paperwork without making too much noise. You see, there's some situations where you always hear disgruntledness, or you always hear about, hey, man, your contract's coming up. What are you going to do? We hear that all the time. Don't we not? No, not from DeVonta. He don't entertain that. Not one bit. DeVonta going to get taken care of. I'm a strong believer in that. Shout out to my man, Cody, with the $5 super. He says, both of them benefit and have only improved by being together. I agree. It's funny. Both of them have had their best seasons with each other. When A.J. Brown was by himself, when A.J. Brown was by himself, he had similar numbers to Smitty. A.J. had just over 1,000, something like that. Maybe 1,100, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. Granted, he didn't really have a quarterback, and he was in a run-heavy offense as well. But my point is, and I agree with Cody, they've both benefited from playing next to each other. A.J. Brown said it himself. I need Smitty. Jalen Hurts know what's up. Jalen Hurts don't get to this point without DeVonta Smith. Jalen Hurts don't get to this point. I'm willing to argue if DeVonta Smith wasn't on the roster, Jalen Hurts' job is significantly more difficult in year one as a starter, and the Philadelphia Eagles probably pull the trigger and probably try to bring in a veteran at the position. I'm just saying, DeVonta Smith makes your life a lot easier because guess what? He's always going to be where he's supposed to be. And that's a valuable trait at the receiver position. A guy who understands the full route tree. A guy who understands exactly where he's supposed to be. A guy who brings that intensity, brings that consistency, brings that professionalism, the attention to detail. Can't take that for granted. Cannot take that for granted, you guys. So I said to say, I think he will get paid. And I think the Eagles will find a way to make it work. Because again, I think because of this new rule when it comes to the defenses, no hip drop tackles or swivel tackles, whatever they're calling them, none of those kind of tackles, they're making it harder for defenses to do their job. So if I'm a GM, if I know my defense can barely touch the offense, will I really invest that much money on that side of the ball when I know I can't really maximize it anyway? I'm going to put more money on the offense. Maybe between A.J. Brown and DeVonta Smith. Those are your anchors. Both of them benefit and have only improved by being together. So hopefully Howie sees that their skill sets benefit each other. Absolutely. A.J. Brown and DeVonta Smith are just two sides of the same coin. Two sides of the same coin. A.J. Brown, you got the burly, muscle-bound, physical wide receiver. Can't out-muscle anybody for the ball. Just gets open. Always open. Athletic ability out of this world. And then you got DeVonta Smith, the sleight of frame. Technician. The technician. Footwork on a million. Hands like glue. Sideline assassin. Sideline assassin. He came in year one. Sideline catches already polished. Toe tap swag already polished. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to my man Cody. Thank you so much. Corey Little, my man, thank you. Corey Littles, thank you for the $1.99 super chat, bro. I really appreciate it. Hey, don't worry, Corey. You've been taken care of. You've been taken care of. Why don't you comment and you'll see that thing pop up. He says, "What up, Tone? Love what you're doing. I need a wrench, though. You ask, you invest, and you shall receive." Thank you so much for the love, Corey. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being here. So glad that you love the vibe. So glad that you love the energy. This is what it's all about. We're talking football. We're talking Philadelphia Eagles. We're talking DeVonta Smith. I'm your guy, Tone DeShields II. You're locked in to Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Y'all know the mantra. Y'all know the slogan. Y'all know the dogma. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate your investment. Appreciate your support. Terry Hayes with the $20 super. Terry, really appreciate you, man. Really appreciate you. Terry, I know you're at work right now. He says, "How's Tone this evening?" "I'm doing well, my guy." He says, "I got called into work early today, running on 3 hours of sleep. Wishing me luck." My brother, I'll do more than wish you luck. I'll send a blessing and a prayer your way. Father God, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, please cover Terry Hayes. Cover Terry Hayes and whatever his endeavors are. Cover Terry Hayes while he's out there making the bacon, getting it the harder way. Thank you, Terry, for investing in the channel. Really grateful for you, Terry. You showed me a lot of love yesterday. So grateful that you're a part of the Chalk It Up family. So grateful that you're here. I'm glad that I'm able to be a part of your work schedule. Glad that I'm able to help you get through it, right? We getting through this together. I'm holding you down, Terry. Best believe that. Best believe that. You got me, I got you. Shout out to my man Terry Hayes with the $20 super. Eagle Slayer says Clutch Sports is the organization sponsored. Listen, man. The way they do business together, man, you would think they was. You would think they was the way they do business together. The way they do business together, shit. They good on that side. They good on that side. Eagle Slayer says, "You think Smitty gets paid before Haas?" Strong possibility. Strong possibility. Unless Haason get traded and then he get paid somewhere else. Kenny McDaniel says, "Add Paris Campbell to all of this, and it's about to get dark." Yeah, man. I think Paris Campbell fits in well. Over 6 feet, brings some size. I think Paris Campbell is a nice addition. Shane Hilton says, "In my personal opinion, I think Smith is better. He runs better routes. He has more clutch hands, just as good as AJ. Just gets targeted. Just as good. AJ just gets targeted more. AJ game won't age well. He'll be cooked by 29." And you know what's so funny? AJ has been healthy the past 2 years. That's for the most part, he has been healthy for the past 2 years. But he battled injuries earlier on in Tennessee. But then again, Tennessee doesn't really have the greatest track record when it comes to nutrition and health and training staff and conditioning. So who's to say the Eagles having A.J. Brown in the fold? Who's to say A.J. Brown can't extend his career playing for the Eagles? But I do understand your mindset, though, Shane. He's a very physical guy. Very physical. Has a lot of size to his game. So I do understand your logic. I don't know if I fully agree with that. I probably wouldn't say 29. I'm not willing to say he'll be cooked by 29. I'm not willing to say that. But I do understand what you're saying. DeVonta Smith, he's a very dense dude. You know what I'm saying? DeVonta Smith hardly tweaks anything. I don't know. We'll see. I can't say definitively though. But I do understand the angle you're taking, Shane. Rock the Artist was good, my guy. David Mack, you already know how I give it up. You already know how I give it up. Corey Little, you know how I give it up, man. Listen, man, I'm just on my own path. That's all it is. We got 73 people live on Twitter. Thank y'all so much for being locked in on the content. Please, if you're on Twitter, if you could do me a favor, please shoot a comment and let me know who you are. If you on Twitter and you watching, just shoot me a quick little emoji, shoot me a comment, whatever it is. I would love to see y'all in the chat. I would love to see it. Y'all hold me down every day. So I would love to see a quick little chat from my Twitter people, my ex people, my YouTube people, 47 people locked in, 120 people total on the live stream. Make sure y'all smash that like button if you can. I really appreciate the love and the support. So Dope King was good. I've never been to Miami. Never been to Miami. But the main reason I've never been to Miami is because, all right, so I'll put it to you this way. Being from Philly, everybody in Philly go to Miami. Philly is like Miami is like Philadelphia South. Like it's so irking when I hear people saying like, "Oh, we're going to Miami. We're going to Miami." It's like Miami is just where the it's where the Philly Ratchets go to show off and claim they did something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to shit on people who like going to Miami. It's just that the Philadelphia side of it, like Miami is like, when I hear people say, "Oh, we went to Miami," I laugh. If in Philly. And again, I don't mean no disrespect, but it's just people in Philly have worn out Miami. They wore it out. Philadelphia has worn out Miami. They wore it out. So Dope King from Miami holding it down. Thank you. Like Philadelphia just wore Miami out. That's all it is for me. So I'm not even remotely motivated to go. If I end up there, cool. But I'm not. It's not something I'm stressing about. Hey, you guys, I heard the chat is acting up on y'all. Is the chat working for y'all now? Let me know. Give me an update. Is the live chat working for y'all? I still see everything coming in. So let me know if the live chat is still working for y'all. But yeah, DeVonta Smith, I wouldn't play around with that contract situation with him. Granted, the Philadelphia Eagles do got a lot of stuff coming up. DeVonta Smith, as of right now, the market value, $22.8 million estimated. I think the Philadelphia Eagles got to pull the trigger and make it work. They got to pull the trigger. They got to pull the trigger on that. As Blunt says, AJ keeps his body in phenomenal shape. He can run as long as T.O., mid-30s at peak level. Listen, I will say this. AJ Brown, he's never shown me the mindset of not taking care of his body. So I think AJ Brown is going to go as long as AJ Brown can go. You're right, as Blunt, he takes care of his body. So that's why I can't jump out the window and say he's going to just crash out at 29. I can't just say that. I'm not willing to say that. I'm not going to dog AJ just because I want the Eagles to pay DeVonta. That's just not what I want to do. That's just not my mindset. But I will say it's going to be challenging to pay two wide receivers north of $24 million. North of $20 million, excuse me. It's going to be very challenging to pay two wide receivers north of $20 million. That's why the fans, the organization is going to be looking at Jalen Hurts like, listen, man, they paying a lot of people on your side of the ball. You better max it out. You better max it out, Jay Hurts. They moving mountains to make sure you got what you need, and that's a fact. I don't care what nobody say. But the market value being 22.8, they better figure it out. Larry Marshall, thank you so much for locking in. So glad you finally was able to catch up to a live. Yeah, my schedule has kind of been jumpy a little bit. I've kind of been all over the place. You know, the first few weeks we were live in the afternoon. And, you know, this week we've been live in the evening. New schedule for me. So I've been having to pivot. But regardless, you guys are getting the content. And that's a fact. Regardless, you guys are getting the content. And that ain't never going to stop. We're going to always cook up something to talk about. Because this is what we do here. We're going to always cook up something to talk about. This Philadelphia Eagles team, we eat, breathe, and live this. It's a religion. Thank you, Larry Marshall. Shane Hilton says, the facts are the facts. Smith will never reach his full potential with AJ on the other side. Put Smith in KC or Buffalo, he's 1,500 yards, 10 to 12 touchdowns easy, and the top five wide receiver immediately play. He said immediately play if y'all want. You know, I do think DeVonta, if he was in Kansas City, he put in 1,500 yards easily. I do believe that without a doubt. When you say full potential, clearly you mean statistically, right? But I think from a talent perspective, I think he's going to get to that point no matter what. He's going to always be lethal. You know, when it comes to from a pure stat perspective, playing next to AJ, he's not going to be able to hit those numbers unless the Eagles throw the ball more. Unless the Eagles start throwing the ball 600 times, because Jalen Hurts threw the ball, 500 plus times in 2023? Jalen Hurts threw the ball 538 times. A.J. Brown had 158 targets. DeVonta Smith had 112 targets. I'm willing to argue, if you cut down some of A.J.'s targets and add those to DeVonta would have got you 1,300, which is great. Great. It's just that A.J. Brown was getting force-fed sometimes. See, I don't think Smitty being a number 2 is the problem. I don't think that's the problem. Shane, I really don't. I think the problem is last year, especially, they force-fed A.J. Brown, especially on the back end of the season. I mean, granted, DeVonta's numbers, took a major leap in the second half of the season, but I really think they force-fed A.J. to the point where DeVonta suffered, and he was clearly open in a lot of situations. Like I said, A.J. Brown in 2023, 158 targets. DeVonta Smith, 112 targets. In 2022, A.J. Brown, 145 targets. DeVonta Smith, 136. DeVonta had more targets in 2022. Had slightly more yards. So I think if you can get DeVonta's targets in the 140, if you can get DeVonta's targets in the 140 range, or maybe in the 130 range, and they start hitting him more downfield. Here's another thing, too. I don't think they hit Smitty downfield enough. I don't think they hit him enough. A.J. Brown had 21 big plays. A.J. Brown had 21 explosive plays or explosive catches in 2023. He had 21 explosive receiving yard plays. An explosive play in the NFL is 20 yards or more. Any play that accumulates or counts for 20 plus yards is considered a big or explosive play. A.J. Brown had 21 explosive plays in 2023. DeVonta Smith had 14. That's a seven explosive play difference. Let's just do the math, right? If DeVonta Smith had 21 explosive plays. And that counts for a minimum of 20 yards per play. 21 times 20, 420 yards. Follow me here. 420 yards of A.J. Brown's total yards came from the explosive play. 420 yards came from the explosive play, right? For A.J. Brown in 2023. Now, DeVonta Smith, he had 14 explosive plays. 14. And again, if an explosive play counts for a minimum of 20 yards, and again, that's not even counting the plays that were 50 plus yards or 40 plus yards. I'm just giving you the minimum so you can understand what I'm saying. I'm willing to bet that over 500 of A.J. Brown's yards accounted from the explosive play. But again, I'm just giving you the minimum. The minimum is 20 yards. That counts for an explosive play. But A.J. Brown, at minimum, his explosive plays with 21 plays accounted for 420 yards. Now, let's do DeVonta Smith. DeVonta Smith had 14 explosive plays. 14 plays at a minimum of 20 yards per play. That's 280. And I'm sure it's higher than that. But my point is 420 versus 280 at minimum. Come on now. You get DeVonta Smith that ball more times downfield, the numbers is going to make sense. 420, Terry. I know, right? You give DeVonta Smith some more opportunities downfield. And again, I'm only accounting for the minimum, which is 20 yards for an explosive play. Explosive plays count for 20 yards or more. At minimum, A.J. Brown's yardage was 420 yards from explosive plays. At minimum, 420 of A.J. Brown's yards were explosive play yards. At minimum, 280 of DeVonta Smith's yards came from explosive plays. Get DeVonta Smith some more plays downfield. Put him in more explosive play situations. That's all it is. That's really what it is. I think DeVonta Smith can reach his max potential playing next to A.J. Brown. It's just that the situations they put DeVonta Smith have to be just as lethal, have to be just as explosive as A.J. Brown. And we all can agree it seemed like A.J. Brown was getting the better routes called, the better plays called for him. And DeVonta kind of had to make it work with his scraps. So I don't think it's an A.J. Brown problem. I don't think it's a DeVonta Smith problem. I think it's a play concept. I think it's an offensive creativity problem. And I think Jalen Hurts needs to scan the field a little bit more. He needs to expand that scope. That's all. So I think DeVonta Smith should have no problem putting up 1,300 yards next to A.J. Brown. It shouldn't be an issue. I think it's entirely possible that A.J. Brown can give you a 1,500-yard season and DeVonta Smith can give you a 1,300-yard season. And that's my honest opinion. I firmly believe that. No, Dan Quan, it's not what we're doing. Well, I don't know what everybody else is doing, but that's not what we're doing. We're just talking about DeVonta Smith's his arc, right? I don't know when you hopped in on the live stream. And we're not, you guys, we're talking simply football. We're not talking about their relationship. They're good. They're good. No one is insecure about anybody, in my opinion. They're not. AJ has openly admitted he needs DeVonta Smith. This is not about, this is not about their relationship. This is not about their relationship, in my humble opinion. This is about the fact that I think DeVonta Smith is going to get paid. He should get paid. And I think DeVonta Smith just needs higher quality opportunities. They just need higher quality opportunities. That's all. I think DeVonta, could eat in any offense, but I want him in this one. I don't want you guys to think I'm trying to troll. I hope you guys don't think that's what I'm doing. I really hope you guys don't think that's what I'm doing. That's not even my stilo. That's not even my style. Hold on. We can't sit here and say Jalen Hurts can't throw when we sit here and watch them games and come on, y'all lying to us. Y'all lying. You're lying. We've seen so many games where we've seen Jalen Hurts fit shit in tight windows and, make the downfield play. And we've seen perfectly thrown deep balls where the receiver don't even got to move a muscle. All he got to do is catch it. Why are we doing this? Why do we do this? Why do we do this? Why do we do this? We saw in the Cowboys game, perfect ball to DeVonta Smith for a touchdown, deep ball. Again, we won. Why do we do this? Why do we sit here and act like quarterbacks fall off trees? Hey, get Jalen out of here. I hope so, Philly 007. I hope so, man, because I was on Twitter earlier, and my man Laura Brunson, he was having a debate with somebody, and somebody was saying Trevor Lawrence is a waste. Like Trevor Lawrence has not delivered, or Trevor Lawrence has not lived up to the expectation, or whatever it may be, right? So I'm a little defensive, right? I'm a little defensive. And why do we take the ability to read defense as just like it just comes to you? Like, this is a learning curve here. I'm not even going to sit here and pretend Jalen Hurts doesn't have room to improve. I think Jalen Hurts can definitely improve. Yes, I don't talk about Jalen Hurts like he's a finished product like some people do. I don't talk about Jalen Hurts like he's already reached his ceiling, because I don't think he has. I truly don't. I think Jalen Hurts is a quarterback that can throw the ball effectively. We've seen it. He has a down season, and all of a sudden and honestly, it was just the turnovers, really. Everything else was up to par. Everything else was up to his standard, just the turnovers. He has to clean up those turnovers. Every quarterback has that season on their resume. Look up your favorite quarterback. They have that kind of season on their resume. Oh, damn. 18 interceptions or 16 interceptions, that's a down season for them. 17 interceptions. Jalen Hurts, remember, he only threw 15 interceptions. He threw 15, had 4 fumbles. So if we're just talking about the 15 interceptions, I mean, there's quarterbacks in this league that y'all call God, and they've had 17, 18 interception seasons. So all I'm trying to say is Jalen Hurts is far from a finished product, but I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, he can't do this. Oh, he can't do that. Quarterbacks are not easy to find. People, please wake up. And I'm not even talking about, that's not how that works, Philly 007. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. When they pay people, they pay you based off of what they think you're going to do. They saw the potential, and they said, okay, can he continue to grow like this? In the NFL, you get paid off of what they think you're going to do. That's why Haason Reddick ain't getting his money. That's why Haason Reddick not getting his money, because they pay you based off what they think you're going to do, not off what you did. Like, come on. Like, I'm jumping out the window calling Jalen Hurts a good quarterback. I didn't call him. I'm not even calling Jalen Hurts a Hall of Famer. Y'all saying that. He's saying that. He has one season in his 4-year career with more turnovers than normal, and all of a sudden, we shit in our pants. Come on, dog. I'm not jacking that. I'm not jacking that. I can't roll with that. I can't. When I see quarterbacks on their resume, they're consistent, and then they had that 1 year when the interception spike. I see that. Look it up. Look up any quarterback you want. Any quarterback on the highest level. Look them up. They're consistent, but then they had that season where they throw more interceptions than normal. It happens. It happens. It's a part of the game. Other teams get paid too. They learn you, and then you got to adjust. And it just so happens that Jalen Hurts had poor coaching in 2023. I'm not even trying to make an excuse. I'm just trying to keep it real. Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback. And we need to stop talking. And guess what? Y'all killing him off of one bad year. And y'all killing him off of one bad year. You real quick, let me get to the super chat. My man David, Thank you so much, David Mac Perez. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the love, my guy. $20 super chat. He says, someone I used to listen to used to bag Watkins, and now he went to Steelers. He would be a weapon. Hey, man. We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. Listen, I wish him luck. I wish him luck. That's all. I wish him luck. Listen, David, I appreciate you. But all I'm trying to say is, like, Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. And again, back to my point about my man Laura Brunson, he had a debate. He had a debate with somebody on Twitter, and they was and the other person was trying to shit on Trevor Lawrence. And I'm looking at it like, hold on, wait. Do people think quarterbacks just pop up? Do people think quarterbacks just fall out of the sky? That you could just draft one or just find one and just replace him? Do people think quarterbacks are just replaceable like that when you actually find a good one? Why do you think the Vikings paid Kirk Cousins for so long? Why do you think the Atlanta Falcons jumped out the window for Kirk Cousins? Because quarterbacks are hard to find. And when you're able to get one that's even good, you got to pay them. When you find one that's even good, if we're rating quarterbacks on a 5-star scale in the NFL, if you can find a quarterback that's 3.5 stars, a team will pay that. A team will pay that because quarterbacks are hard to find in the NFL. Let's go back to the what's that draft class? What's the Kenny Pickett draft class? Let's just go through some draft classes here. Let's just do this. Let's just do our research. Let's just really know what we're talking about here. Let's just look at this, please. Thank you, David. I really appreciate your $20 super chat, bro. I'm so grateful for you, my guy. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I need to pull this up because we talking like quarterbacks. We talking like the quarterbacks in this draft going just pop. That's the problem now. People talk about these quarterbacks like they just supposed to pop. This shit ain't easy. When it comes to Caleb Williams, when it comes to what's the dude at LSU? JD or JJ? What's his name? What's the dude at LSU? What's the quarterback at LSU name? I forgot his name. Somebody tell me. Jaden Daniels. Thank you. People coming in acting like he's supposed to just pop. People think that Jaden Daniels is gonna come in and just be the guy. He gotta come in and prove that. That gotta translate. We don't know shit about Jaden Daniels. Let's be honest. We don't know shit about Caleb Williams. Let's be honest. Who else? Who else in this draft class? Who else? The kid McCarthy? JJ McCarthy, is that his name? We don't know nothing about him. We don't. We think, we speculate. Drake May, Michael Penix. We speculate at the end of the day. We speculate. We want them to be good. But at the end of the day, we don't know. We've seen draft classes where none of the quarterbacks hit. We've seen draft classes where every quarterback drafted in the first round gets traded. Do y'all remember how they was glazing Zach Wilson? Do y'all remember that? He had one pro day, and all of a sudden Zach Wilson is the most talented guy in his draft class? Are we smoking dicks? What is going on? Like, come on. Zach Wilson, do y'all remember how they was talking about this man? Do y'all remember? But do y'all remember, though? Do y'all remember, though, how they was talking about him? Shout out to Anthony Wilson. Shout out to my man Infamous 2K. Shout out to all y'all, man. Pretty Mimi, welcome to the show. Vlad, welcome to the show. Thank you. Antonio Holmes, thank you. Love all y'all. Philly 007, Steve Ike, love y'all, man. Really appreciate y'all. But all I'm saying is, when you find a quarterback that you feel like you can trust, you hold on to him. You hold on to him. Trevor Lawrence, yes, he went through a rough season this year, but he was hurt all year. Went out gutting it out. Bad knee, bad shoulder, bad hip. Trevor Lawrence was a match unit. Trevor Lawrence was wrecked all year and still came out and played ball. Like, I need to show y'all how hard it is to find a quarterback in the draft. I need y'all to really feel me on this. We don't even know if Bryce Young is good yet. Are y'all are we going to really do this? We got to have a conversation and have it honestly. Let's think about all the quarterbacks that was drafted. Let's just stick to the first round. Matter of fact, well, this is what we'll do. We'll stick to the first 3 rounds. Let's just stick to the first 3 rounds. Okay? First 3 rounds, because those are high-value picks. 2023, Bryce Young, question mark. C.J. Stroud, player. Anthony Richardson, question mark. Will Levis, question mark. Hendon Hooker, hasn't even seen the field. Okay, let's go to 2022. Kenny Pickett, traded. Desmond Ridder, traded. Malik Willis, 3rd stringer. Matt Corral in the USFL. Bailey Zappi, what is he doing? Sam Howell, traded. Brock Purdy, a player. Trevor Lawrence, a player. Zach Wilson, about to get traded. Trey Lance, traded. Justin Fields, traded. Mac Jones, can't keep his job. Do we see only one quarterback from 2021 so far has panned out? So far. One. They even was talking about Trevor Lawrence. This was supposed to be a DeVonta Smith conversation. And for the first hour it was, but we cooking with content. And look, this ain't about nobody. I want to make that clear. Philly 007, you good. Philly 007, you are good. Trust me, you good, bro. I'm not even trying to go at you. Alohi with the $1.99 super. Thank you so much, my man. NFL is a different beast, and people need to see that. Aloha, my guy. Thank you so much, man. $1.99 super chat hold me down in Hawaii. Love and respect, peace, love, and happiness, my man. Always and always, my brother. Protect your mana. Protect your mana. Philly 007, he says, Tone, with the $4.99 super chat, by the way. Thank you for investing, my brother. I really appreciate you. You know I love you. He says, Tone, I'm not trying to talk down on Hurts. I'm just saying I want to see it again. Agreed. We all do. That's all Eagles aren't good with playing quarterbacks after one good year. Oh, that's all. He said, I just want to see him do it again. That's all. Eagles aren't good with paying quarterbacks after one good year. Carson Wentz has scarred us. Carson Wentz scarred us. It happened one time. Carson Wentz scarred us. But I hear what you're trying to say, Philly 007. I hear you. Trust me, I hear you. And I'm not trying to dog you. But every organization has that quarterback on their resume that they probably paid too early. Every organization has a quarterback that they've had that they probably paid too early, or that they thought was the guy, but he really wasn't. Every quarterback has that on their. Every organization has that one quarterback on their resume. Everyone. But I hear what you're saying, though. That's not an Eagles issue. That happens. It happens more than you may think. There's teams that pay a guy with more than one good year, and then when he get paid, he fall off a cliff. But let's keep going with this list. Philly 007, thank you so much for your $4.99 super chat, bro. I appreciate your input as well, because what you're doing, what you've done, is you've sparked the you lit a match, and you've created another lane of content creation for us right now. You've created another conversation, another conversation starter, another talking point for us. So that's all, and I appreciate you for doing so, man. So don't think I'm going at you. At this point, I'm talking in general, because I feel like it goes beyond just you. I feel like it's just a narrative around Jalen Hurts, just overall, that he's not a good quarterback, and it's not a you problem, Philly. Trust me, it's not a you problem, 007. I promise you, it's not a you problem. This is a universal problem. So thank you so much for investing in the channel, my guy. I really appreciate you. We got over 180 people in the live stream, 113 from X. Make sure you guys retweet and smash that like button. And we got 71 people from the YouTube side. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys stay subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys do subscribe if you're new to the show. And also make sure you guys hit the notification bell and stay commenting in the live chat. It keeps things active. YouTube is starting to feel that smoke. They feeling that heat. And they pushing me harder, but I need y'all to keep that pressure on them. Thank you, Philly 007. But again, quarterbacks are not easy to find. Let's continue to go down the list. 20. So again, remember, they was even saying Zach Wilson may go number 1. They was even saying Trey Lance may go number 1, or Justin Fields. And I like Justin Fields, but we still don't know if he can be the guy yet. That's the reality. That's the reality. That is the reality. Sorry, you guys. I'm just trying to make sure I give people their wrenches. All right, there we go. That's all. All right. Let me get back to this. So, where was I? So, yeah, let's go down the list, right? 2020. This might be the best quarterback draft class we've seen and when I say best, I mean the most consistent. This may be the most stable quarterback draft class that we've seen in a while. And especially when you think about the first top 5 picks. Listen, you know how many drafts where there's so many drafts where only one quarterback hit. There's so many draft classes where only one quarterback became a guy. Let's go to 2021. Let's do that. I'm sorry, 2020. Just look at 2020. Please check it out. 2020. Just look at it, please. Look at 2020. You got Joe Burrow, first round, number 1 overall. Tua Tagovailoa, first round, 5th overall. Justin Herbert, first round, 6th overall. Jordan Love, first round, 26th overall. Jalen Hurts, 2nd round, 53rd overall. Every one of these quarterbacks is a player. And then there's a significant drop-off. Jacob Eason, James Morgan, Jake Fromm, Jake Luton, Cole McDonald, Ben DiNucci, Tommy Stevens, Nate Stanley. Who are these guys? But Joe Burrow, Tua Tagovailoa, Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts. How often do you see a quarterback draft class where the first 5 quarterbacks taken become legitimate players? 4, and I repeat, 4 of those 5 guys drafted have already received extensions from their respective organizations. Jordan Love probably didn't get the Hurts or the Joe Burrow bag or the Justin Herbert bag, but he got an extension still. Tua Tagovailoa, he's going to get paid. Joe Burrow, stay healthy, but he got paid. He's the man. Joe Burrow's battling health issues his entire career. They still paid him. Made it to a Super Bowl. He got the same resume as Jalen Hurts and vice versa. Pro Bowler. Jalen Hurts wasn't all pro before. Super Bowl berth. NFC and AFC title respectively. Tua and Herbert putting up numbers. Jordan Love had a hell of a 2023 breakout campaign. Had one of the greatest upsets in playoff in playoff history in the NFL, maybe in the past 5 years. Knocked off the Cowboys in Dallas in the wild card round. Smoked them. Smoked that Dallas pack. Quarterbacks are hard to find. Let's go to the 2019 draft class. Again, the 2020 draft class, that doesn't happen. The first 5 quarterbacks became players, turned out to be legitimate. That doesn't happen. Shout out to my man Shane Hilton with the $1.99 super chat. He says, it's at worst 7 quarterbacks better than Hurts, unbiased. Right. You know, people like to jump out the window and say Hurts he's cooked, he's done, he's not a top 10. Listen, they can have that. They can have that. They can have that. They can have that. I ain't even here to argue with them people. They believe what they believe. And this is me not even talking about the mentality of the players. When you watch the players play, you see Joe Burrow can play. You see Tua Tagovailoa can play. You see Herbert can play. You see Jordan Love can play. You see Hurts can play. You see it. You see it. Like, come on. You see it. He wins games. Why are we acting crazy? Shane Hilton, thank you so much for your $1.99 super chat, bro. I'm so grateful for your investment. Truly grateful. David Mack Perez with the biggest super chat of the evening. Thank you so much, David Mack. David Mack Perez, man. So far, David Mack has donated $70 to the channel today. Thank you so much, David. He's donated a $20 super chat earlier. And he now has donated a $50 super chat. David Mack Perez, thank you so much. And I apologize for the connection error, you guys. If you're experiencing some delays or if you're getting a little bit of a hiccup, Wi-Fi is always doing its own thing. But David, thank you so much for the $50 investment, my friend. I really appreciate your donation. We're going to let this hang out here for a while. Thank you so much, my man. Truly, truly grateful for you. Always stay locked in. So let's continue down the draft classes here. 2019 quarterbacks. Kyler Murray. He turned out to be a player, but people question him still. But no matter how I feel about him personally, I think Kyler Murray is a player. Kyler Murray is a good quarterback. You don't just move off of that because he can't stop playing Call of Duty. You try to figure that out. Kyler Murray, a player. Kyler Murray is the only quarterback from his draft class that's starting. Well, Gardner Minshew, he has to compete in Oakland. They said he's going to compete directly with what's the kid's name? Aiden O'Connell. All right, so 2020, Kyler Murray, player. Daniel Jones, ass. Dwayne Haskins, RIP, man. Rest in paradise, Dwayne Haskins. Drew Lock, let's be honest. Average. Can't start in this league. Will Grier, journeyman, practice squad. Eagles picked him up as a camp body. Ryan Finley, who? Jarrett Stidham, who? Easton Stick, who? Clayton Thorson. What? Gardner Minshew, average, can win you some games. Not a legit, in my opinion, not a legitimate de facto starter, but he's a top tier backup, maybe bottom tier starter. So let's just say, and Tracy McSorley, the fuck? So out of the 2019 draft class, you arguably have 2 players. I think Gardner Minshew better than Daniel Jones. I think Gardner Minshew is better than Daniel Jones. Am I jumping out the window saying that? Am I jumping out the window saying Gardner Minshew is better than Daniel Jones? Somebody tell me. Is Gardner Minshew better than Daniel Jones? So Eric Stewart says no. I appreciate you being honest. Corey Allen, Danny Dimes is a $40 million bust. Pretty me. He's better than Daniel. Jason A-Team says, I agree too, Tone. Yes, he is. Alohi DC says maybe. Flexen says yes. And again, maybe I'm jumping out the window, but I don't care. Daniel Jones is ass. And I don't talk like that, but I think he's trash. I don't talk like that normally. I don't. That's not normally in my vernacular. I don't really talk like that when it comes to players. But Daniel Jones, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'll do my best not to speak like that. That's again, I don't like talking about players, calling them ass, trash. I don't like speaking like that. But he's not good. He's not good. I see it with my own eyes. He can't stay healthy and he's not good. You got guys saying here, not in this chat, but we've heard guys say Daniel Jones is better than Jalen Hurts. What? On what planet? Let's go to the 2018 draft class. Again, we're talking about quarterbacks in the NFL. If you're just joining the live stream, we're talking about the idea of quarterbacks and how hard it is to find one. It's extremely difficult to find a quarterback in the NFL. It's hard to draft one. You don't just move on from one if he has a rough year or a rough patch or whatever. You don't just get rid of quarterbacks. You don't. It doesn't work that way. When you find one that's even a 3.5 star, 4-star player, you keep him and you roll with him and you put pieces around him. Hopefully you can elevate that 3.5 star to a 4-star. Hopefully you can elevate the 4-star to a 4.5, maybe 5-star. Once you put talent around him and he develops. But if you're just hopping in, we're discussing Jalen Hurts. We were in the first hour talking about DeVonta Smith and his impact on the team and how the Philadelphia Eagles definitely need to pay him. They can't play around with that. We discussed DeVonta Smith's arc from his Alabama days to the draft day, to what the naysayers were saying about him, to his time as a Philadelphia Eagle, how he's been a legitimate player for the Eagles, without question. And then we transitioned to quarterback talk, talking about Jalen Hurts and how Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback, and how Jalen Hurts did have a bad year, a rough year. He did have a rough year, but he's a good quarterback. And when you find one, you got to keep him. Trevor Lawrence, they talk down on his name. He's a good quarterback. Young, still got a lot to learn, but they're putting a team around him. The Eagles have put a team around Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? They're still learning. But when you see them play, you know you have a guy. They're not hard. They're not easy to find. We went through so many draft classes thus far, and there's only one draft class where there's more than 3 quarterbacks that hit, and that was the 2020 draft class, and that was Jalen Hurts' draft class with Herbert, Tua, Burrow, Love, and Hurts. Other than that, maybe one or two, maybe one, mainly one quarterback per draft class hits. Let's go to 2018. Baker Mayfield. He's had a resurgence. So I'm going to call Baker Mayfield a player. Maybe not number 1 overall. Maybe not number 1 overall. If there was a redraft, Josh Allen goes first, Lamar Jackson goes second. If there's a redraft. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I didn't see Patrick Mahomes here. If there's a redraft, oh no, that's 2017, excuse me. So in the 2018 draft, if there was a redraft, Josh Allen would go first, Lamar Jackson will go second, and Baker Mayfield would probably go top 20, top 30. But 2018, Baker Mayfield, player. No matter how you feel about him, he's resurged. He's a player. Sam Darnold, not good. Josh Allen, player. Josh Rosen, not even in the league anymore. Lamar Jackson, player. Mason Rudolph, huh? Kyle Lauletta, huh? Mike White, huh? Luke Falk, what? Tanner Lee, nothing burger. Danny Etling, no. Alex listen, I don't got to read these names. Only 3 quarterbacks from the 2018 draft class have hit remotely. That's a solid number. That's a solid number. Compared to 2020, where 5 guys hit, 2018 is a 2018 3 quarterbacks hit. Solid number. Let's go to 2017. 2017, Mitchell Trubisky, not a player, not good. Patrick Mahomes, superstar, transcendent, generational. Deshaun Watson, he is working his way back, but that's a player. So Patrick Mahomes, player. Deshaun Watson, player. Deshaun Kaiser, Davis Webb, C.J. Beathard, Joshua Dobbs. What? Quarterbacks are hard to find. 2016, Jared Goff, player. Carson Wentz, not even starting anymore. Paxton Lynch, not even in the league anymore. Christian Hackenberg, not in the league anymore. Jacoby Brissett, backup. Cody Kessler, Connor Cook, what? Dak Prescott, a player. Cardell Jones, not even in the league anymore. Only two quarterbacks. And look, Carson Wentz won the Super Bowl with the Eagles, and Carson Wentz gave the Philadelphia Eagles his best years. And we don't win a Super Bowl without him. So because he won the Super Bowl and because he actually put something together that allowed the Eagles to win that, I may have to give him an honorable mention. I may have to give Carson Wentz an honorable mention because he's one of the reasons the Eagles made it to the Super Bowl. I may have to give him an honorable mention. All right. Thank you so much for your donation, David. I really do appreciate it. All right. So my man, Terry Hayes with the $20 super. Thank you, man. So grateful for you. He says, if Hurts can spread the ball out to Dallas, Brown, Smith, and Barkley, other teams better look out. If he spreads it out because you can't defend all those all-stars. Plus himself, he would be healthier than last. Right, man. Yes, I agree 100%. All those weapons, you gotta pick your poison. You have to pick your poison. Look, we ain't gotta stay on this, y'all. We ain't gotta stay on this. But the fact of the matter is, I think y'all get it at this point. I think y'all get it. Quarterbacks are hard to find. I think y'all get what I'm trying to get across here. Quarterbacks are extremely hard to find. And when you got a guy that you think can get the job done, you lean in and you invest in him. Infamous, I'm not jacking it. Infamous, I'm not jacking it. I'm not jacking it. Infamous, say what you want. Feel what you want. I'm not jacking it. I'm sorry. I'm not rolling with that. We're going to have to agree to disagree. And you know you're my guy. You know you're my young boy. But we're going to have to agree to disagree. I'm not rolling with that. I'm not rolling with that. I'm sorry. And everybody entitled to their opinion, by the way. I want to make that clear. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. We got over 170 people on the live stream, 125 on X, 52 on YouTube. Super grateful to you guys. Fitness warrior. You know why? Fitness warrior. You know damn well I ain't had a cheese stick, man. See, Twiz, I went old school for y'all. Come on, man. I went old school. That's that's old school lingo. My bad, Twiz. I'm sorry. Come on, man. I can't go old school. I can't go old school. Damn. I'm not even paying Infamous no mind. I'm not even paying Infamous no mind. I don't care what he say. Here's the facts. Jalen Hurts, 2-time Pro Bowler. Jalen Hurts, second team All-Pro. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl berth, NFC Championship win. He can say what he want and feel what he feel. He got to carry that. But the facts are the facts. The resume is the resume. Say what you want. Hey, many guys play the quarterback position differently. Hey, we can agree to disagree. Take your ball and go home, and I'll take my ball and go home. It's all good. But the bottom line is, when you got a quarterback that you think is the guy, and he's taking you to a point where you say, okay, I got to lean in on that. You roll with it. Simple as that. Terry, thank you so much for the $20 super, my bro. So far, Terry is holding us down on the late night shift. Terry has donated so far a grand total of $40 to the live stream. Thank you so much, Terry, for showing love, for being a consistent viewer. Again, be safe on the job, my man. Please be safe on the job. You're my guy, man. I know they got you working a double, maybe even a triple, but just be safe, my man. We holding you down over here, man. Hopefully we get you through your shift. Smooth sailing. Shout out to my man Terry Hayes with the $20 super. But yeah, all I'm saying is agree to disagree, but just understand this. Understand this. The quarterback position is not something to be trifled with. It's not. I never said he didn't regress. Why are we pretending like I'm not acknowledging the bad? Why are we not acknowledging that, y'all, you guys have listened to me day after day, week after week. I have never changed the narrative. I have never flipped the script. I've been as consistent as possible. I've been as consistent as I possibly can be. I have called Jalen Hurts to the carpet for that performance in 2023. I have held him accountable. I have held him accountable. Come on. Like, I've held him accountable every step of the way. Every step of the way. He had a down year. He had a down year. Simple as that. And I understand. But I also gave you a Corey. But listen, I also gave you an hour of Smitty, though. Remember, I don't know if you came at the beginning, but I also gave you an hour of Smitty talk. I gave you an hour of Smitty talk, too. I didn't rob you. I gave you a 4-hour Smitty talk. I kind of went off on a tangent. It happens. It's a live stream. You know, it happens, man. It happens. I went off on a tangent because I got irked with the Jalen Hurts conversation. I got bothered a bit. That's all. I know you joshing. I get it. I know. But it's a conversation, man, and we here. You know, it's just one of those things like when you have a player that you think can take you there and he's taking you there, you can't just walk away from that and say, he's buns. He's buns. Can't just do that. You can't. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate it. Rolando Rivera, thank you so much for your love. Cody with the $2 super chat. He says, "Sir, you look like you can use a drink." I'm not much of a drinker. I'm more of a, you know what I mean? Infamous, whatever you got to tell yourself to sleep at night. Whatever you got to tell yourself to sleep at night, do what you got to do. Shout out to my man Cody, man. Thank you. I'm not much of a drinker. Like I said, I'm more of a spinner. I'm more of a spinner. You feel me? I'm more of a twister. But all I'm saying is, okay, feel how you feel. Feel how you feel. I'm not here to convince you, Infamous. You're a Commanders fan. You can't talk to me. Come on. Infamous, you my young ball. So this don't change nothing. You my young ball. But we cooking tonight. You my young ball, but we cooking tonight. We are cooking tonight. You my guy, but we are cooking tonight. You a Commanders fan. You can't talk to me. You're a Commanders fan. You can't talk to me. You can't. We don't breathe the same air, Infamous. And I love you. I love you like a little brother. You my guy. I love all y'all. Y'all my people. Y'all know how I give it up. Y'all my people. This is my tribe. Y'all my tribe. Y'all my conglomerate. We the chalk it up mafia. Y'all know how we give it up. Y'all know how I give it up. I hold everybody accountable. We hold everybody accountable. We hold everybody accountable. And infamous. And guess what? Hey, listen, I'm putting this on the screen because Infamous is my guy, and he know how. Hey, listen, Infamous know how I give it up. That's why he fucking with me, because Infamous know how I give it up, right? Infamous my guy. He know how I give it up. So I'm rolling. I'm leaning in because this is entertaining. This is entertainment. He says when new players come to the Eagles facility, y'all show them one Super Bowl. I can talk. And guess what? When they come to the Commanders facility, you know what you show them? Y'all show them the porta potty. Come on, hold on, wait. Time's out. Hold on, wait. Time's out. Hold on. You can't talk. When we go to the Commanders facility, y'all gotta show them the porta potty. When we go to the Commanders facility, y'all gotta show them library cards. When we go to the Commanders facility, y'all gotta show them litigation. And what else we gotta show them? We got to show them rape accusations. We got to show them what else? Part of my language. What else we got to show them y'all not even in Washington. Huh? Ayo flexing. Hey flexing. Antonio. Bo 1990. They not even in Washington. Huh? Hold up. Y'all can't even afford a new stadium. Come on. You think, hold on. We're cooking tonight with gas, kerosene, allegations. Dan Snyder not our own. You think Josh Harris gonna save you? You think Josh Harris gonna save you? When he doing the Sixers dirty? You think Josh Harris gonna save you when he doing what he doing with the Sixers? Oh, I get it. Trust the process. Right? Trust the process. I get it. Josh Harris, I know. Trust the process. Hey, listen, David, Infamous been following me since the beginning. Infamous is my guy. Infamous been here since 2020. So Infamous is my guy. He know this is entertainment. He get it. But this is how I really feel though. Y'all plumbing don't even work. Magic Johnson had to save y'all. Huh? What? My man Cody with the $5 super. He says, if the stance is Hurts has to get the job done, I fully agree. If the stance is Hurts just sucks, y'all don't watch football. That's my point. I will say top to bottom, to the top of the mountain, Jalen Hurts got to prove it. Every quarterback in this league got to prove it every single year. Jalen Hurts has to prove it. And I'm willing to go that far. I said that about what, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and some of y'all killed me. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all killed me. Some of y'all killed me for trying to hold Jalen Hurts accountable. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all was like, "Come on, why you being negative about Hurts? Come on, Hurts is a good quarterback." I never said he was a bad quarterback. All I said was Hurts had a down year. He has to answer for that. He has to respond to that. Hurts has to choose violence in 2024. Hurts can't afford to go out there and look and go out bad and go out sad. He can't. So, like Cody said, if the stance is Hurts has to get the job done, I fully agree. If the stance is Hurts just sucks, I'm not buying that. I'm not rolling. Keep that check. Cody, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Roland Rivera, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat, my man. He says, fitness, y'all not relevant, bro. Stop the cap. You talking about infamous. You talking about infamous, not fitness. You talking about infamous. But man, yeah, shout out to Rolando Rivera with the $1.99 super chat, my guy. Thank you so much, man. I'm grateful for you. Super grateful. Corey Allen, I thought you had a wrench. My bad, Corey. I thought you had one. My bad, Corey. I thought you had one, my guy. My bad, Corey. I thought you had one. The desperation is bleeding. The desperation is the desperation is leaking off of you, Infamous. Y'all hear him? He said 89, 86, and 6. What? Really? Y'all, he digging for gold for this one. He digging for gold. This what you hanging your hat on? 89, 86, and 6? Okay, you can have that. You can have that. Shit. You can have that, I guess. You can have that, I guess. I mean, come on. You can have that. I guess. You better hope Jaden Daniels is the man. I tell you that right now. You better hope Jaden Daniels is the man. You better hope. You better hope. When's the last NFC championship the Commanders been to? When's the last time the Commanders won a playoff game? When's the last time the Commanders, I don't know, been to a conference championship, been to a Super Bowl? When's the last time? When's the last time? I can't remember. I can't remember. Listen, at the end of the day, you better hope. You better hope. You better hope. You better hope because the odds are not in your favor. The odds is not in your favor. Infamous, you don't understand. I just got finished telling people quarterbacks are not easy to find. The odds are not in your favor. When it comes to drafting quarterbacks, come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. The odds are not in your favor. You hoping Jaden Daniels is a player. Matter of fact, you will be thankful if he's accomplished what Jalen Hurts has. You'll be thankful. You will be thankful. You will be thanking your lucky stars if Jaden Daniels was even the player Jalen Hurts was or is, however you want to put it. If Jaden Daniels even played at a Jalen Hurts level, you'll be thankful because y'all ain't never had a guy, legitimately. The closest thing y'all had to a franchise quarterback in the past 20 years was Kirk fucking Cousins. And y'all let him walk. The closest thing the Commanders had to a legitimate quarterback was fucking Kirk Cousins. And they let him walk. Huh? RG3, I guess. Alex Smith, maybe. Look, man. We got about, I don't even know how much time we got left, man. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Cody, that's my point. The closest they got to a franchise guy was Kirk Cousins, and they franchised him 2 years back to back. Who does that? Who does that? So it's all good. That's my point, Rolando. That's my point. That's my point. That's my point. We got 129 people on the X side, 70 on the YouTube side. Thank y'all so much, man. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate y'all. Thank you. All the love and support is felt, man. We having fun. I'm on one tonight. I know the energy is electric, and I know it may be a little abrasive. I know it may be a little over the top. My wife is probably in the other room snapping, ready to come in here and slap the shit out of me, but it's all good. It's all good, man. She know what's up. She know the type of time we on. She know what I get into. So I appreciate y'all for locking in. Listen, Fitness, I've given them to people. Listen, man, you lucky I like you, dog. I've given them to people who ain't even pay for nothing. That's just kind of been the mode lately. But y'all, if fitness gonna cry about it, let's tuck them in. Fitness gonna cry about it, so let's tuck them in, y'all. All right, fitness. There you go. Fitness. We tucked you in. We got you some warm milk. What else? We got you some cookies. Fitness. You good. You're good now. We tucked you in. You straight now. You straight now, man. You good. You straight. You good, man. You good. So that's what I'm saying. See, Solomon know how this game works. Solomon know when this thing go crazy, it's actually not gonna be that many people with him. It's actually not gonna be that many people with him. So I'm just grateful for y'all locking in on the content, man. I'm super grateful, man. I'm through all the football debates, because at the end of the day, it's just football. At the end of the day, it's just football. And we all talk our shit here. And it's fun. It's enjoyable. It makes for good content. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm truly grateful for y'all for making this show what it is. You feel me? Chalk It Up Mafia is a real thing. Like, chalk it up Mafia is a real thing. Like this ain't going nowhere. I want y'all to know that. I'm more rejuvenated than ever. I'm more energized than ever. I'm more solidified. I'm more confident in myself. My voice is more solidified than ever. This thing is just the beginning of a movement, of a culture. You feel what I'm saying? So, and look, Philly 007, I have a long way to go. Philly 007. I got a long way to go. But I'm going hard every single day. Every single day. We got 200 people in the live chat. 133 on Twitter. 67 on YouTube. I appreciate y'all for being committed to me, man. Hey, you guys, if you guys could do me a favor, please smash that like button. We're going to begin to close the show. I want to see if we can make it to 100 likes, man. I really want to see if I can make it to 100 likes before we get out of here. We got 64 people in the live stream. Can we make it to 100 likes? Corey Allen with the $1.99 super chat. He says, make sure y'all pull up to the draft party. We live. Yes, facts. We're going to be live. And we're going to be reacting to everything. We're going to react to everything. We are going to react to everything. And when the Eagles make their pick, I'm dropping that link. Y'all calling in. And I better hear y'all voices. I better see y'all faces. You feel me? My people on X, y'all know how we give it up here, man. I love that y'all watch me on X. I love it. I really appreciate it. But don't be a stranger to the Twitter side, though, or to the YouTube side. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger to the YouTube side. Don't be a stranger. The YouTube side is just as fun. But I understand if you're on the X side, if you're on the Twitter side, I ain't mad at that either. At the end of the day, the numbers gonna roll in. And at the end of the day, I'm glad y'all here, man. Y'all are part of this too. Don't get it twisted. Y'all are part of this too. Y'all can comment, I believe, right? Y'all can comment on the live, right? On X, I would imagine. So don't be afraid to comment, man. I appreciate y'all. I really do. So yeah, man, we about to get out of here. We're about to get out of here. I am so grateful to y'all, man. Corey Allen, thank you so much for your $1.99 super chat. Corey Allen, thank you also again for your $4.99 super chat. Rolando Rivera, thank you for your super chat. Cody, thank you for your super chat. Tony Cadillac, thank you for your super chat. Cody, thank you for your super chat again. Terry Hayes, thank you so much for your super chats. You've been tremendous. Cody and Terry, David Mac Perez, they've donated multiple times. All of you guys have donated damn near every day to the channel. It's been awesome to see. David, Terry, Cody, Shane Hilton, same thing. Alohi DC, Corey Allen's donated multiple times. Rolando Rivera, Tony Cadillac, Alohi DC, Shane Hilton, Philly 007 donating to the channel. Alohi again, David Mac Perez, Corey Littles, Terry Hayes again, Cody again, my man S Blunt again, the OG. Thank y'all so much for donating to the channel. I really appreciate the love. I really appreciate the love. I really appreciate it, man. So tomorrow, Blunt, very good question. Very. Hey, Corey, I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way. Corey, I wouldn't have it any other way, bro. I wouldn't have it any other way. Keisha, thank you. No, that's not a rag. It's one of those, it's a hat. It's a hat. See, it's a hat. It's one of those hats. See, it's a hat. It's a hat. It's a hat. See, it's not a do-rag. You're tripping. It's a hat. See? It's not a do-rag. It's a hat. Y'all funny as hell, man. Shit's a cat. Oh, man. No, listen. If you watch my show all the time, you see me with my hat off. Like, I rock the baldy. That's all. You know what I mean? I rock the baldy. That's all it is. Yeah, the no brim joint. Yeah. He said, keep your shirt on. Oh, y'all crazy, man. I can't. Yo, Ken. Ken, thank you for checking me out, bro. Thank you, Ken. Always showing love, man. I really appreciate it. But as Blunt, to your point, so tomorrow, I'm actually gonna be live in the afternoon. I'm going to be live in the afternoon. So look for me around 12, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Okay. I'm going to be live around 12, 1 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. Okay. So everybody in the live chat, everybody on the X side, Twitter, everybody on the YouTube side, just a heads up. I'm going to be live in the afternoon. Okay. Look for me around 12 p.m., 1 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Look for me around that time. So I'm going to be live then, tomorrow afternoon. Trust me. Trust me. But listen, man, I keep the baldy. I keep the baldy, man. Yo, fitness, real quick, before you go, Fitness always rolling up. I'm not even mad at him. Fitness, stay with it. Fitness, stay with the cannon. Yo, Fitness, stay with the cannon. But look, man, I really appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have been tremendous. Y'all been awesome. It's been a hell of a show. Y'all have really, y'all bring the best out of me. I'll say that. Y'all bring the best out of me. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So, without further ado, I'm your guy. I've been your lovely and your most illustrious host, Tone DeShields II. Well, real quick before we go, hold on. Real quick, we got 95 likes. Can we get to 100? Can we get to 100 likes? Is it possible? Is there anybody in this live chat who hasn't hit the like button? Can we get to 100 likes before we get out of here? Is that possible? Can we go on a like spree? Can we go on a quick like spree? Can everybody double check and see if they hit the like button? Just double check for me. Can we hit 100 likes? We at 96. We at 96. Did everybody hit that like button? We at 97 now. 97. There we go. 3 more. Everybody just double, triple check you hit that like button, okay? That thing is crazy. That thing is the steroid to the channel. We had 97 likes for the live stream tonight thus far, live. Can we get to 100? Is there anybody that forgot to hit the like button? We at 98. We at 98. We at 98. 2 more. 2 more. It got to be 2 of y'all here that didn't hit that button. Okay, 99. 1 more. I need one. We did it. We made it. We made it. 100 likes, y'all. Listen, I appreciate y'all. Y'all the truth. Y'all the real deal, like Holyfield. And I'm your guy. I've been your illustrious host, Tone DeShields II. And you guys have been locked in on your dose of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. And I'm still here. And I'm still here. Listen, I saw Terry super chat and I said, hold up. And I'm still here. I saw Terry super chat and I said, hold up. Terry, you hit me with the okie doke. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. That's so uncharacteristic. That's uncharacteristic. Yo, that was so uncharacteristic. All right, let me really get out of here, y'all, man. Terry, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. I love you. I appreciate you, man. Oh, man, Terry, you just threw me for a loop, bro. Thank you so much, my guy. Thank you. All right, man, I'm out of here. Peace, y'all. One love. We out.